He's done. Yep, he got car sick. He just couldn't take it anymore. AE86 versus Godhand S2000.
Here we go, guys.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! This is a big race, let's go!
3, 2,
A ghost, huh?
1.
Yep, he's gonna be ghosting you. It's a back and forth, a tit for tat. He follows you first, then you follow him. Anyone who does car lengths, like extreme car lengths, or passes the other person, that's the winner. So until that happens, it's an endurance race. It freaking sucks for the tires, it sucks for the drivers, but you're going against God-handed and S2000. Those things are beasts. I've seen those things on the road. I've gone against those things on the road. They are beasts when handled correctly. They always handle like they're on rails. I don't know why, it just feels like that. But especially behind someone like Godhand.
Incredibly freaking fast.
Yes, he's incredibly fast. And look,
this kid's pretty good.
This is why they call him Godhand. He doesn't let go of the steering wheel, doesn't need two hands to drift. He doesn't even try drifting, he's doing grip racing right now. Basically what it is. He's grip racing. He's going to the extreme of his tires, but it's always gripping down. It is insane how he can follow Takumi without drifting at all. And they're both front engine rear wheel drive, so they both have the same kind of mechanics to their, their steering and everything. Except of course, the S2000 is way over engineered compared to the AE86. It's driver versus driver in this one.
Something about this race feels so familiar.
It does, doesn't
I know
it?
this kind of pressure. The kind that sticks to every turn I make. It's like my dad's back there in the Impreza breathing down my neck.
Yes, it's Bunta. Bunta did that to him in the Impreza. I have it on my channel. I saw it when he did that. He just passed by him, kept right on his butt and passed by him. Difference is, this isn't an all-wheel drive car. This is a finely tuned rear-wheel drive car. Tuned for racing, of course, but tuned. Yep, it's insane. Look at him, just sticking to him. He can't get away from him. No matter what he tries, he just can't get away.
First run's almost over. Damn it, that pressure. It's been breaking me down this whole time and I can't shake it.
Takumi, you shouldn't let it break you down. You should not let it break you down like that.
Perfect.
It's gonna make you have a mistake.
Every move on this first run.
He was just watching. He was watching.
2, 1, go!
Now, like I said, now Takumi's gonna be following. Now it's Takumi's turn to follow, which is to say, who knows how this is gonna go? Honestly, who knows how this is gonna go? He's already running away with him. He's already got that distance. It's the differential, it's the power differential. It gets him anyways. In the straightaways, of course. But the lines he uses are his own. Only Godhand can really use those lines. You see those lines? They're a little bit different than what they normally would be. But only Godhand can really use those. He looks calm and collected. Look at him. Stoic as ever. And of course, Takumi wants to get past him. He wants to get past him. But his lines are so different. Look at that.
I didn't notice this when I was leading earlier, but he's running different lines.
He has his own. He found his own lines for his car and everything. That's what you have to do. You just have to see the steering geometry and everything of your car and know exactly what line to take. And Godhand does it. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for you, Fujiwara. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for you, Takumi.
How can he stand those screwed up lines and still be so fast?
That's because it works for him. He knows what he's doing. It will not work for AE86, I don't think. I don't think so. Maybe you can try. Maybe you can copy. I don't know if it'll work, though. But it's a good lesson. You get to see what other racers use, what they do with their vehicles. It's a very good lesson for Takumi in this one. And that's why he has to go after monsters, after beasts like this, to be able to freaking work it. It'll make him stronger, it'll make him faster. It'll make it so he's very adaptable.
The guy you're going up against is far and away the best you've ever faced.
Yep.
Not a chink in his armor. You might not think you can win, but stick to your guns and you might actually pull this off. Tough it out. Remember, you aren't racing a man. You're racing a ghost.
Huh?
Yep. That's what he said. That's what Ryosuke said.
Don't forget that.
And that's the thing.
Fine.
God
Tough it
Hand is
out.
something
I get
totally
it.
different.
But for how long?
Yeah, for how long though? Your mental fortitude can only go for so long, Takumi. Takumi has immense mental fortitude, but it can only go for so long. He couldn't pull away. He didn't pull away from Takumi. So this is not a win for God Hand either.
There it goes again. The line he's using, it changes every single run.
Really? Interesting. Okay, that makes it so much tougher. He ends up in the same spot, but his line is different.
Makes sense. Is that the kind of thing he does when he goes for a time attack? Because if the dude can pull off a record time doing this, then why does he even bother choosing lines at all?
No one knows. That's why he called him a ghost. It doesn't make sense. He's not a man that is just, rational or whatever in the way he's doing it. He's just kind of going by what he thinks, I think.
Run. There's no need to match his pace. Just relax and do your own thing. Your best shot is to take the counteroffensive. You should have already noticed that you can use the gutters and hedges on this course. You need to take advantage of that when you can. Pay attention to those things. I don't think I have to remind you everything Project D has riding on this.
Ryosuke has so much intelligence when it comes to these things. Ryosuke is a genius when it comes to this. That's why he's doing Project D. Ryosuke knows what he needs to do. He's trying to show the world, show the racing world in Japan that you don't need to have a racing pedigree. You can actually do it. Just having the right ideas through, having the right tactics to go through it.
You can't be serious. I had to push myself and the H6 to our limits. And he hasn't even been going all out this whole race?
No, he hasn't. That's the thing, he's a ghost. He can adapt to you.
My tires are practically worn bald.
Well, not necessarily bald, but they don't have near the grip that they had before. Remember, tires in general, once they get thinner and light and less tread, you really start losing a lot of traction.
But this time around, I don't feel like I can win. Feels
No,
like
you
I'm
can't
the
do that.
puppet And this guy's got control of my strings.
You can't think that
What
way.
the hell is it with me and old geezers and fast cars? It seems like no matter what move I try and make, he's always one step ahead of me.
Oh
I
God,
have
man.
no idea what to do. I'm freaking lost tonight.
He hates old geezers. He really doesn't like old geezers. Oh my God. I reminded him too much of his dad. You have to do what you need to do, Fujiwara. Takumi, just don't let him...
Hoshino might have poked at me about it, but there's a damn good reason I've dragged this race out as long as I have.
Okay.
Watching that 8.6 from behind, the reason is as clear as the moon on a cloudless night.
Let's see.
I can finally take advantage of his worn-out tires.
You don't know, though. You don't know what Takumi can
Not
do.
much room to give. My tires are going too. They're about ready to splinter. But I'm going to
Oh,
win
he's
this
running
thing
them that
with my
hot?
brain. How an adult does it.
Because when tires get really hot, they start to splinter and they start to actually
It's on
peel
either
off.
The 8th or 9th
Like
turn
bits of
the
them fall
multiple
off.
S-curve. There's a point where the rhythm changes. It's subtle, but it's there.
Dear Lordy, don't let him
On
take
the
you over.
curve right before that.
Oh no, yep. Ah, he did the attack. Oh goodness gracious, he did the attack. Ah, he used the gutter. He used the gutter. Just right though, look at that. And he got himself back. Wow, wow. He did it. He did it. Takumi can't attack because if he tries to attack it and go into the inside line, he's gonna hit. He used that to his advantage. But here's the thing. Remember, Takumi can adapt. he sees something, he can
Don't
copy
be
it.
down on yourself, kid. You're not a bad driver. Quite the opposite, in fact. I mean, considering the abilities of the 86, you've managed to put up a heavyweight fight.
But here's the
You
thing,
got
don't count him
skills,
out
that
yet.
much is obvious. And
Don't count him out
talent.
yet.
I hope you keep going. Keep your experiences in your pocket, learn from them, and grow.
Oh, but here's the thing. Takumi grows on the fly. Takumi's not just gonna let that fly like that. Takumi's gonna use the exact same thing
Time
you
to
did.
leave this kid in the dust. No point in saving my tires anymore. I'll use the rest of my grip and leave you wondering where I went.
Ah, but you don't know quite yet, you old man. When will you learn your lesson, old man? Takumi's gonna do exactly what he saw him do. Remember what Ryosuke said? Use those gutters. Do the exact same thing he did. Yes. Good job, Takumi. Good job. Still may not be able to get to him, but keep using those gutters. Use those gutters to the max. Oh my goodness, that will hurt his steering, but still. He had to do it. That will damage his inside of his rims. That will damage his steering because it puts a lot of pressure on it, but it's do or die. And anyways, remember, Ryosuke fixes every single issue that happens right after the race. He has the whole thing to be repaired right after the race, so he can go now and do that. Make God Hand really stress.
There's hardly any distance between us.
Yep, you forgot. Takumi, in the moment, he will get everything he needs to do, and he will do it just right. He keeps doing that. He's using that gutter, he's using that little barrier to help him continue to go. You teach Takumi one thing, he'll learn.
What are you doing back there, kid?
He's growing, he's learning.
There's no need to match his pace. Just relax and do your own thing.
Yep, do your own
Best
thing.
shot is to take
That's
the
what it is.
counteroffensive. You should have already noticed that you can use the gutters and hedges on this course.
Yep.
You need to take advantage of that when you can.
Always take advantage of
I
that.
have to remind you of everything Project D has writing on this.
And when it's do or die, Takumi is the best person to go for it. Look at that. Look at that. He's doing that again. It's giving him that extra little bit of grip. And like I said, he doesn't really have to even care about his steering or, his tires or anything because Project D replaces them every single time.
That's what he's gunning for.
But now he's done the ghost technique. He's done the blackout technique. You're hallucinating. He's done the John Cena. You can't see him no more. You don't know where he is.
Gone. But how?
Nope, he's right there with you. He learned that from the last match with the Toto School. He learned it from the Toto School match. Now he's next to you. The time you least expected, he's right there.
What the hell?
He's on rails. Now you made him do two hands. When you made God Hand do two hands, you freaked him out. You have freaked him out. Look at that. He never does that. He is calm and collected, and you made him do that, Takumi. Yes, you made him do that. Amazing.
What happened back there?
He does no clue. No clue. But there you go, buddy. And there goes the Euro beats.
Wait, am I going crazy or did I just see that? I don't know about you, but I just saw a second set of headlights pop out of freaking nowhere.
Yes, Takumi. He learned that from the Toto School. Yes, he learned that from the Toto School.
I lose sight of it
Again,
for
on
1
my
second,
channel, I
and
have that.
suddenly the kid comes at me from the sharpest angle he can even attempt. Now that's a godlike driving technique.
That is.
I had an idea he was cornering by using the gutters by the hedges, but I decided I must be crazy. It's such an incredibly risky technique.
It's very risky for your
If he
whole
missed his
body of
timing
the
by
car.
even a fraction of a second, he'd lose control and crash into the mountain.
Yep.
And my car's been lowered as far as it can, so I couldn't copy his move if I wanted to.
That's the thing.
What he's doing is
He had-
tailor-made
yep.
for an older car without
Yep.
anything hanging from its undercarriage.
Absolutely.
Well played.
Even if God Hand wanted to, he couldn't do it. Why is he in front again? I'm gonna have to...
My head is still a total wreck. All I can do now is gun it and put as much distance between us as I can.
Okay.
It's not flashy, but it should work.
What happened here?
To do
I
this
am
before
confused.
fatigue kills
I
my
am confused.
focus. I have one run left in me. I'll pull out my
Oh,
time
yeah.
line.
They finished the run, and now this is the next run, it looks like. It looks like maybe? I don't know what happened here. I'm watching what someone else has done, you know, the cuts and stuff, so I have no clue what's happening.
7? No, this has got to be 8.
Oh, yeah, this is another run. This is another run.
I'm gonna lose
Okay.
This guy. This is wearing the hell out of me, but it's got to be just as tough on him.
This is the final run, because remember, Takumi in the last run was in front, and then he was behind, and then in front again. So now he's following God Hand again, and he has to be in front. He has to pass God Hand in order for him to be able to win. Okay, now I got it. I was confused for a second. I was utterly confused for a second.
This is weird. There's something different about this run.
Yes, very different. I was confused. I apologize, people. I was very confused.
To my lines during a race. That's a rookie thing. I focus on using the tires' full potential and trying for the best
That's what he
possible
does.
time.
That's what he does. He's time attacking.
When I first started to practice my one-handed steering, I realized that as long as I did everything I could to save my tires, I'd always log the same times, regardless of the line.
Oh, wow. So that's what he
whenever I was
did.
in a challenging street race, I would always pick whichever line I felt used my tires most efficiently.
That's still very,
And
very.
there's my
That's a
record
god
line
technique.
Right there.
It's a god
To me,
technique right
lines
there.
aren't the objective, just the result of an excellent run.
I mean, still, that is
Something
godlike
amazing
technique.
happen right now.
He's choosing even another line, his best line to date. And of course, the S2000 has that little bit of extra oomph that he can get past. But there are just so many turns, one after another, that he doesn't have that
Pulling away from
time.
me? I don't get it. How is he doing that? What am I doing wrong?
You aren't doing anything wrong.
The goal is close. I'm gonna lose.
Why aren't you doing your gutter technique? Why aren't you doing your gutter technique?
Almost there. I lose this kid now and it's all mine.
Wait, why aren't you doing your gutter technique?
Damn it, I can hardly focus on the road.
It does weigh on you a lot when you do these things.
Got to do
Mountain
something.
roads do that to you.
I'm running out of time.
When you're taking a mountain road at the max that your tires can do, it takes a lot out of you. Believe me, I have done mountain runs before, and holy moly, it takes a lot out of you. Usually I take like a good 10-minute break before I go back and do the next mountain run. But yeah, like going one direction and then back down, oh god, that's a lot. And they're doing 7, one right after the other. That's of course gonna be intense for any car and any driver. What happened? You're steering. You fucked it up. You can't get out now.
Oh no. What the hell have I done?
Yep. You messed
I
up.
wonder if he messed up his speed control when he jumped that curb.
Probably did.
The suspension isn't responding. It's gone.
You've messed up your car again. You messed up your car again. You always have to be careful with your car. Oh, both of them. He tired himself out. He tired himself out. He's done. Yep, he got car sick. He just couldn't take it anymore. It was too much. It's a tie. It's pretty much a tie. Unless Takumi can keep going, even with the crappy suspension, he won by default. He won by default. Yep, by default, Takumi won that one. But it was, yeah, if God Hand would have been able to keep going, he would have won. But it was 8 races back and forth, up and down, up and down. Like I said, I have done not road races, but I have done canyon runs, as they're called. I've done that, and yeah, it wears you out because it's a lot of concentration. And I'm not doing the canyon runs like they are. I'm staying in my lane, so it's a lot more concentration because you cannot go and do crazy stuff when there's actual people on the road. I've done canyon runs myself when there's people on the road. You have to worry about bicyclist, you have to worry about other cars coming in your direction, in the opposite direction. You have to worry about cars in front of you, when you have to pass them, all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot out of you, believe me. But this was an amazing race, worth the time that was put into it, worth the time that it took us to watch it. It was an amazing race. Thank you so much for watching it with me. I loved this one specifically. It's one of the good ones. God Hand is one of the harder, basically like Rosuke said, the hardest one so far that he will have to come after. That's why they call him God Hand. He goes by grip driving. He does time attacks. It's really rough. Like I said, I enjoyed it so much. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for being here. If you're still around, I appreciate you so much. Like and subscribe down below and all that other fun stuff that YouTube asks you for. This is the Mad Salvi saying I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.